Why isn't anyone talking about sustainable transportation? I mean, seriously, it isn't promoted enough. I know I'm not the only one being bothered about the terrible air quality, especially in Taft, and the amount of traffic we face every day in the Philippines. But there is a solution, and you, yes you, as a student, could possibly help. Research says that an individual could reduce carbon dioxide emissions by up to 2,000 kilograms per year. That's almost 10 kilograms of pollution a day. How? By simply using public transportation. This video aims to promote SDGs 9 and 11 by discussing the benefits of sustainable transport and the different modes of transportation around Taft Avenue that students may utilize as an alternative for private vehicles. Remember when we asked you about how you travel to school every day? Well, at the end of the video, we'll show examples of just a few transport plans that we have designed and curated with the help of Sakai.ph to assist with this initiative. It'll show you an alternative route that could possibly be a lot more sustainable and beneficial for you too.
But first, what actually is sustainable transportation? Sustainable transportation, according to the United States Department of Energy, means low and zero emission, energy efficient, and affordable modes of transport. Fossil fuels, such as crude oil, petroleum, and gasoline, when they're burned, releases carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. The buildup of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases causes the Earth's atmosphere to warm. Global warming. Therefore, as individuals and just mere students, we have the ability to control and lower our greenhouse gas emissions by simply using transportation methods such as walking, biking, and most importantly, public transit.
If more people use public transit, there would be less private vehicles on the street. Therefore, there would be less carbon dioxide emissions.
But really, how beneficial is using public transportation for the environment? Well, an article suggests that every vehicle on the road releases at least 1 pound of carbon dioxide per mile. Compared to this, taking public transportation reduces CO2 emissions by 45%, contributing to a cleaner environment with better air. With this, the area will be healthier. There will be fewer possible cases of respiratory illnesses. And along with this, another benefit of using public transportation is a decrease in congestions in the streets. With fewer cars on the road, there would be less traffic, which will shorten travel times and save energy, as vehicles stuck in traffic will use more fuel and produce more carbon dioxide emissions due to the constant stopping. Lastly, it saves money, as owning a car usually comes with more responsibilities, expenses like paying for fuel, car maintenance, and not to mention toll gates. On the other hand, taking public transportation takes passengers away from these responsibilities.
To really incorporate sustainable transportation into your everyday life, we will demonstrate just how cheap and convenient it is by showing alternative transport plans for our STEM 11O classmates with the help of a website called Sakai.ph. Buckle up, because you might be picked.
The first plan that we have created is for this student who lives in San Juan City. They live only 8 minutes from a nearby modern jeep stop near San Juan Fire Station. When you arrive, take a jeep to N. Domingo Street and get dropped off near the Battle of Pinaglabanan Monument. This costs 15 pesos. There, you'll see a bus that goes to Mayor Antonio J. Villegas Road. This costs 20.25 pesos. When you arrive, it will be a 1-minute walk to the nearest LRT station, Central Terminal. Take the LRT going to Vito Cruz. This costs 20 pesos. And then a 1-minute walk towards DLSU. All in all, the route time from this student's area to DLSU would be 1 hour and 31 minutes. Their total cost would only be 55.25 pesos. The second plan that we have created is for the student who lives in Las Piñas. They live only a minute walk away from the nearest jeepney stop, CAA Avenue. From there, take a modern jeep and get off at Quirino Avenue. This costs 15 pesos. After you arrive, transfer to a jeepney to FB Harrison Street or Taft Avenue Extension intersection. This costs 18.50 pesos. After arriving, it's a 3-minute walk towards Taft Avenue. Then board the LRT at Baclaran Station and get off at Vito Cruz Station. This costs 20 pesos. Then just get off the station and walk towards DLSU, which takes 1 minute. All in all, the route time from this student's area to DLSU would be 1 hour and 46 minutes. Also, their total cost would only be 53.50 pesos.
But what about going home from the LSU? For the student who resides in San Juan City, simply take a jeep along Taft Avenue going to Quezon Boulevard. This trip would cost about 15 pesos. From there, it takes just one bus ride home from Quezon Boulevard to the LTO of San Juan. This trip would cost about 21 pesos. Then a short walk or tricycle ride to where the student lives.
Let's take a look at another plan going home from DLSU. This student lives around Grace Avenue in Quezon City. So first, take the LRT from Vito Cruz Station to 5th Avenue Station. This costs 25 pesos. Then once you arrive, walk 60 meters straight, then take a right on MH Del Pilar Street to a modern jeep stop, and then take the route from 5th Avenue to Gregorio Araneta Avenue in Quezon City. That ride should take about 13 minutes and costs 15 pesos. Then once you arrive, it should be a 7-minute walk or maybe even a short tricycle ride all the way to Grace Avenue. But how much cheaper and more sustainable is taking these routes? The route in the first example would cost 55 pesos. That's almost 4 times cheaper than the usual Skyway route, which would cost up to 190 pesos per trip, taking in toll and gas expenses. If students take the public transportation route instead of the private vehicle one, their overall carbon footprint and gas emissions from private cars would be significantly lessened.
Now, the main purpose of this video is not to tell you to immediately take these routes if it is fit for you, but to instead take a look into just how accessible these alternatives are, and to take a look at how much more beneficial they are for our environment. Surely, variables like time, place, schedule, price, it will differ according to your situation, but we urge you to at least give sustainable transportation a chance. Give it a look. It could possibly help you, and it truly helps the community, and it will surely help the future.
Before this video ends, we have a gentle reminder for each of you to please be aware of local environmental issues and the impact of pollution on your community, and to be motivated to take action for them. We hope this video has shown you the advantages of sustainable transportation and what it can do for our environment. Using public transit over private vehicles is a big step towards cleaner air, quieter streets, and a healthier future for everyone. Thank you for watching our short video on sustainable transportation, and together, let's keep driving towards a greener future.